YouTube, what's going on? Fist of Legend here. Okay, so what's the most popular question that's out there in the gun community? If you think about it, the infamous age-old question. It's what gun should I buy, right? That's the question that you see floating around all over the place. And I've had people send me PMs and ask my personal advice. And I'm actually, I'm humbled for that because I'm nobody's expert. I'm humbled that someone would think that my dumb ass knows enough to give some advice. And I'm definitely not trying to give any advice, just a little bit of insight on my experience. This is the Glock 19, and this is the first firearm I ever owned. Not this particular one. I've had a few. This one right here is the Generation 3. But I just want to plead the case for the Glock 19 as being hands down one of the top candidates for a first-time firearm for someone who's new to guns or has very little experience with guns. All right. And basically, I think there's 4 or 5 reasons for that. And I'm not going to get all detailed. I'm just going to speak as much in layman's terms as possible because I kind of feel like this video is geared towards anyone who might happen to stumble across my humble little channel and, be looking for some information on a first-time purchase for a first gun. All right. So I think right off the bat, the most important thing about why I think the Glock 19 is a good choice is the availability. This is, as evidenced by the thousands upon thousands of Glock 19 videos there are in chat rooms and information forums all over the place. This is probably one of the most available guns, one of the most popular guns there is. All right, for better or for worse, that's just the deal. What does that mean? That means that if you want to go to a gun shop that rents them out and get one in your hands, which is, that's of paramount importance before you own a firearm, is to be comfortable with how it feels and how it shoots. They're gonna have a Glock 19. All right, so you go to your local gun store that rents them out. This is not an exotic gun. You're gonna find this. You're gonna be able to get it in your hand. You're gonna be able to take it out on the range and see how it feels. That's important. Okay. The second thing that's important is the price. This gun is going to run you new. They're a Generation 4 now, and they're going to run you between about $400 and $600, depending on what type of mods you get with it. If you get it with night sights and, what type of, I think standard it comes 15 rounds. So depending on how you get it, it's going to run you between $400 and $600. And no, that's not cheap, but by no means is it expensive relative to some of the firearms you can purchase out there. All right. $400 to $600 is going to get you a proven platform that has been used in military establishments around the world, law enforcement establishments around the world, Secret Service, Homeland Security, blah, 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 blah. Alright, this gun is proven. Glock itself is proven, but the Glock 19 in particular is a proven platform. So you're going to be able to get a ton of literature and information ahead of time to kind of know what you're getting into. Alright. On top of that, for between $400 and $600, you're going to get great world-class customer service. For the most part, I'm sure there's people out there that have stories of terrible customer service. I've never had bad customer service, and I don't know very many people personally who have. Glock stands by their guns, and if you have an issue, they're going to take care of it for you. And most people don't have issues with their Glocks. Most of them run smooth right out of the box. All right, but there's the occasional lemon, just like anything else. Some people get an occasional, bad batch, and Glock's going to take care of that for you. All right. Another big point is the versatility. Okay. Now the Glock 19 is a 9mm firearm. This is the cartridge that it fires. Okay, so not only is the gun itself versatile, but the 9mm cartridge is a very versatile cartridge. Okay, now there's a lot of debate out there, and we're not going to get into all that. We're not going to get into the whole caliber wars. There's people who swear that they'll never use a 9mm. You can't depend on it, but it's going to get the job done. If you do your job, you do your homework, and you learn how to be proficient, the 9mm is going to be more than enough to get you and your family out of trouble. That's it, period. All right. While some people might want to use 45 and 40, that's your prerogative. But as an entry-level gun for someone who has no experience or very little experience, the 9mm is a proven round in law enforcement and military all over the world, and it's going to do the job for you. All right. As well, the actual Glock 19 itself is a very versatile gun. It's a great first gun to use for home defense, and It's a great gun to use for concealed carry, and it's going to be a very versatile gun for you to take to a range and get proficient on it. And I say that because and that's going to kind of blend into the other category, which is the size of it. It is a compact gun, but you know, you still have an over a 6-inch sight radius. All right, what I guess technically you call it a line of sight, but you got 6 inches here in a compact gun. So while self-defense distance is going to be around 7 yards, you know, you can take this gun to a range and shoot it out to, you know, 25, 30 yards. I mean, you know, you go to Hickok 45's channel and this guy's shooting accurately at 200 yards with this gun. So it's more than enough gun, especially for a beginning shooter and even avid shooters. It's more than enough gun. All right. Again, because of the compact size, you know, this is kind of, again, blending in with versatility. It's going to be a great home defense gun, but you can comfortably carry this gun concealed. And of course, this depends on your body size and how you like to carry and all that, but it's definitely a good candidate for concealed carry due to its size. All right, I mean, that sits nicely in my hand. I do have large hands, but you know, it's still, you know, it's a good size gun for a compact. Okay. Now at the same time, size and caliber, you know, this is a 9mm platform. You can carry 15 rounds in a magazine here, okay, plus one in the chamber. And that's standard. I mean, you can get them in 17, 19. I think you can even get them in 33 rounds. But I think standard, they come with 15 rounds in each magazine. All right, plus one in the chamber. So in a home defense scenario or a concealed carry scenario, if you have an extra magazine, you're looking at 30 plus one if you choose to carry one in the chamber. All right, that's a lot of firepower. That's going to give you a lot of, that's at least 30 reasons that you're going to be able to, 30 arguments you're going to have with an assailant if you need to get yourself or your family out of trouble. All right, so that's an important thing. Okay. And I think the last thing that's important about this gun and why I think that it's a great candidate for a first time shooter or a new shooter is the shooting experience. This is a very, very manageable gun, and it's a very soft shooting gun. I mean, 9mm in general is a very good round for someone to an entry-level caliber. All right, that's a good way to say it. It's a good entry-level caliber. But the Glock 19 in particular is a really good soft shooter and a great entry-level gun for a number of reasons. Again, I'm trying to speak in layman's terms, so what I'm going to say to keep it simple is the gun sits very low in the shooter's hand. All right. Now, if you want to get technical about it, you know, people call it a low bore axis, meaning the top of the barrel low, the distance between the top of the barrel to the top of your hand where you grip the firearm. Alright, but basically what that means is it sits low in your hand. The slide is low, okay? So what that means is when you fire this gun, because it sits so low, the energy transfers straight back into your hand instead of if it was higher up, snapping or giving what they call muzzle flip, alright? So in a couple, that means two things. One, it means is, I'm trying to reach around this tripod here so I can get a good sight picture. There we go. That means that it's going to be much quicker to return to target because you're not doing this and coming back. You're coming straight back when you fire. So it's much quicker to return to target. And second, it's going to be, you know, less felt recoil. And I know there's going to be arguments about that. Some people will say, well, felt recoil and muzzle flip are two totally different things, and they are. But generally speaking, compared to, and I own a lot of different types of guns. Again, I'm no expert, I'm just speaking from my experience, but because of the low bore axis or the way that the Glock guns in particular sit in your hand, they're very soft shooters and very, very manageable. Alright, so like I said, I'm just trying to keep it simple. I think those points right there are enough to constitute anybody who's interested in purchasing a firearm for the first time to make the Glock 19 on the top of your list of guns to look at. A wide availability, very reasonable price, great customer service, proven track record. This particular gun in the compact size is very versatile in terms of you can use it as a home defense gun, a very effective concealed carry weapon, and it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be more than enough gun for most people to take to the range and get proficient on. It is a compact, so it's the little brother of the Glock 17 and the big brother of the Glock 26, so it sits right in the middle. And due to that size, it's very easy to carry. You get a lot of firepower with at least 15 rounds, and it's a great manageable first-time firearm. So that's it. I hope that made some sense. If you happen to stumble across this video and you're new to guns, I hope that was helpful for you. Like I said, there's plenty of other videos out there. I'm just trying to chime in on that and really plead the case for this as being a great gun for a first-time gun owner. Alright, that's it, YouTube. Good luck on your search, and as always, be safe. God bless.